There is word tonight that President Biden is preparing to endorse a series of changes to the Supreme Court after some of the high court's recent rulings. The changes include term limits, an enforceable ethics code, and even a constitutional amendment to eliminate broad immunity for presidents.
Sandra Mitchell is here now with a look at the proposals and Biden's speech today to the NAACP. Sandra.
Micah Scher, behind the scenes, President Biden pushing for reforms. They could be some of the biggest for the court in decades. More on that in a moment. But first, on stage today, it was a very fired up President Biden appealing to black voters in battleground Nevada.
Our politics has gotten too heated.
President Biden urging Americans to come together, denouncing violence in politics.
We're friends, we're neighbors, we're fellow Americans.
But moments later, firing up the crowd at the NAACP convention in Las Vegas, using Saturday's assassination attempt on former President Trump to condemn gun violence.
More children in America die of a gunshot wound than any other reason. That's stunning and that is sick.
The president stressing he needs another term to complete his work. Some of that could include major reform of the U.S. Supreme Court. The Washington Post first to report that Biden wants term limits for justices and an ethics code, things liberal lawmakers have been pushing for years.
This is the end of a Supreme Court term where there were big conservative decisions. This is a moment when a lot of people are talking about the court, and I think he's trying to seize that political moment.
The reforms would need congressional approval, unlikely in a divided Congress.
These reforms will not happen quickly if they ever happen. I think this is really about President Biden saying, I hear you to liberals and progressives. I understand that you're unhappy with the court, and I'm on it. I'm going to try and do something about it.
At the end of his energized speech in Las Vegas today, despite pressure from some in his own party, President Biden insisting he is ready for another 4 years.
Are you all in? Because I'm all in. We just have to remember who we are. We are the United States of America, and there's nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together.
The president also hopes to call for a constitutional amendment to eliminate broad immunity for presidents. That, of course, a reaction to the court's recent ruling that Trump is protected from prosecution for his actions in his official capacity as president. Scher, back to you.
Sandy, thank you.